What's happening, guys? Will from revolutionarylifestyledesign.com coming to you today to talk about how to organize your life. This is going to be the most important post, article, video, audio, however you are getting the content in my lifestyle section. This is top 5 most important posts on my site. Might not seem like it, but when you get your life organized and you get it to the level that I have, the amount of clarity and the amount of comfort and the amount of productivity you're going to be able to generate is going to be times 10. And I'm not saying that to give you empty hyperbole. I'm saying this because I've experienced it. I've made the transition from someone who's incredibly messy to the most organized person that I know. And my life runs on autopilot. It's no coincidence that I'm able to, write all these books and do all these audios and videos and articles and keep my fitness in check, keep my supplements and everything else in check because I have a system for it. I have an automated system. If I didn't have that system, I don't know how I would get anything done. I could not imagine living without this system. I would be 100% less productive. It would be just on a ridiculous level of less productivity. Okay. I'm not trying to sell you a product on this or anything like that. This is completely free. And I'm telling you, you implement this stuff, it's going to change your life. That's how hardcore the system is. The system you can use anywhere in the world. Okay. You can use it whether you have a day job and you're working in North America, or you can use it like me when you move out to Thailand. You can use this traveling around the world. It's completely portable, and there's no place in the world, there's no type of lifestyle that this is not going to apply for. Okay, first things first, we need to get you on SMART goals. A SMART goal is a specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goal. As of the writing of this post, I wrote my goals in Google Keep. I now write them in my Wonder List. Okay, I have 4 goals per year. I have a health, wealth, relationships, and lifestyle goal. You should have the same. Have a look at my articles in my mind section on how to get the priorities together and why those should be your priorities. Okay, because those are the most important areas of your life. And number 1 goal for most of you should be wealth. Okay, unless you're over 40 or over 50 and you have that handled, then you can put health as your number 1. Unless you're sick, then health should be number 1. But health, wealth, relationships, lifestyle. So a good example would be for your health goal, you want to put on 10 pounds of lean muscle. For your wealth goal, you want to add $20,000 of income to your current income, or you want to get your first paycheck from your own business. You're going from a job to your own business. You want to have that launched within this year. Lifestyle goal would be move to California. Okay, mine last year was move to Thailand. And a relationship goal would be you want to fuck 10 new girls this year, right? That's only 1 girl a month. Or you want to find a great girlfriend. Or you want to have your first harem where you have 2 or 3 girls that you're able to see, without being exclusive to any of them. All that stuff I've done for the past decade, and I promise you can do it too if you apply yourself. Okay, that is the key metric to all this stuff. Apply yourself. Okay. Key is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. All right, and I don't suggest having any more goals than past this year. Okay, because you focus on those 4 goals, that's going to keep you occupied the entire year. Right? I only have 4 goals that keeps me occupied for the entire year. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a mission. You should have a mission, and your mission is like a decade-long goal, basically. But that mission is going to be built on these these yearly goals that you're doing. All right? So I have a mission, and it's build the most effective self-improvement company in the world, and I have a vision for how that looks a decade from now. However, to get there, I don't have to worry about that. All I have to worry about is hitting my wealth goal for this year, because in the next 10 years, I'm going to keep increasing that goal. And just by hitting the wealth goal means that I'm going to be reaching more people. It all works itself out. Okay. All I have to do is hit that goal. Just like if you're working out and you want to put on another 10 pounds this year, you should know what you need to do on the bench press to get there, what you need to do on the squats to get there, what you need to do, on the shoulders to get there. Have a look at my articles on that. That gives you guidelines for what to hit. But you need to put on 10 pounds of muscle, so you're going to have your goal for I'm going to bench press X amount. And that's going to get you there. So the way that I do it is I keep all those in Wunderlist, okay? And it is the best task management app that I've ever found. And it's incredible. It's life-changing. And it's completely free. Next up is a project. Project is an actionable solution to a pain point. The difference between a project and a goal is that a project isn't time-bound. So also a project is a lot harder to measure. For example, a project would be, I want to get my posture together. But you can't just say, it's not like I want to make X amount of dollars. Posture is something that you have to do every day. You can't just say, okay, I've hit my posture. I'm done. It's a constant thing where there's no set, definitive, okay, I hit it, right? So I look at projects as way less of a priority, right? Posture is one of my projects, but it is not anywhere of near importance as my goals. My goals are like gun to the head. I'm doing those things no matter what. Projects are like something that I keep in the back of my mind throughout the day, like, oh, your posture is slipping, stand up straight, or eat healthy, these types of things. I also use Wunderlist for my projects as well, and it's terrific for that. So next up, wish list. Okay, the wish list should be things that you want to buy in the future. Again, I recommend Wunderlist for having a specific section. This is going to be a lot easier for you to understand if you check out the article where I have screenshots of this stuff. It's called How to Organize Your Life, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com. Wishlist is also a great way to keep yourself motivated. These can be small items from, if money's a real challenge, it can just be you want to buy that book, that $40 book or whatever, or clothes. Or it could be all the way up to big ticket items like a condo or something. For me, a lot of my wish list is medical stuff because I hate doing medical stuff, but I know it needs to be done, so I just put it on my wish list, like, surgery to fix my fallen arches. That's on there. I'm going to get a hair transplant at some point to recover what I lost at the front. These kind of things. A house in a tropical location is up there. Even though for most of you guys, I don't recommend you buy a house. Check out my articles on real estate on why you shouldn't. Why for the most part, that's not going to be a good move unless you can buy it in cold hard cash. I do not recommend getting a mortgage. Whatever it is, put it on your wish list. It's going to motivate you, but it's also going to it's great when you come into some disposable income and you think, I worked hard this year. I've got $5,000 extra. What am I going to reward myself with? Go through the wish list and be like, okay, here's what I can buy. It's a good way to keep track of what you need. Next up, shopping lists. Okay, I put these in Wunderlist too. I use simple shopping lists. Basically, it's a checkbox and you push the button and it crosses itself off. I do one for weekly, one for monthly, and one for quarterly. Okay, in Thailand, I buy most of my food, so my weekly shopping list is just buying water because you can't drink out of the taps here. So I just buy water and I buy kale for the week so I can put it up in a disgusting juice that I choke down. For monthly, there's a few other things, but quarterly, there's a lot. Quarterly, I buy everything on a quarterly schedule. So all my supplements, light bulbs, Band-Aids, batteries, whatever it is, I've got about 30 things on there. I just buy them all quarterly, and I do it all in one day. I get all the online stuff done, and then like paper towels and toilet paper and stuff. I just go to the supermarket 3 times that day and I just power back. I just throw everything on the bike, go home, do it, come back, buy another set of things, come back, do it again. And, you know, at that point I'm done for the next 3 months. So I never run out of things. I'm never like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I need batteries or I need toilet paper or I need something like that. That never happens. Everything's handled. And a lot of the time I'll do even more than what I need for the quarter. Sometimes I'll just buy everything for the year, right? Because it's a fucking pain to order shit here, you know, order supplements. So I'll just buy the thing for the year. And in the future, I'll probably, once I stabilize in one place, once I find out where I'm living for a long period of time, I'll just start buying stuff on a yearly schedule. That's my fantasy, is having this, you know, entire room just devoted to all my stuff for that year or for 2-3 years in advance. I love having that shit organized. I love having my life on autopilot like that. It makes everything so much easier. And one thing I should mention to you guys is on my entire life is run off of Wunderlist. Okay, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do after I take my caffeine pill and drink my water is I look at my Wunderlist for what I have to do. I don't even have to think. I don't have to think about anything. I just do what my phone tells me to do, because everything is automated. I know that there's no, oh, did I get this? Do I need this? Oh shit, I forgot to buy. That is not my reality. My reality is just, I look at my phone tells me what to do. And then that's all I have to do for that day. And then I don't even have to fucking think about anything else. It's very hard for me to explain to you, but how much weight that takes off of your life and how much clarity you get. Combine that with having a completely organized place, being a minimalist and having under 150 things that I own. And I have a sense of mental freedom and a sense of clarity and a sense of ease in that particular area that the vast majority of people don't have. And it's super, super, super important. All right. So done with the shopping lists. Mentioned the mission before, which is super important. Mission is also something that you should keep in Wunderlist. But now we're going to get into scheduling. And scheduling is very important. And scheduling is so important because if you don't have a schedule, you don't know what the fuck you're doing for that day, right? I wake up, I know exactly what has to be done. And if you are trying to get ahead in business, in fitness, in all these different areas, it is very hard to do all that stuff. It is very hard to be hardcore about your personal improvement and to be hardcore at your business at the same time and to manage all these other things. And maybe if you have kids or you have other things that I don't have to deal with, I mean, you need a schedule. If you're not on schedule, you're fucking up. I'm telling you that right now. If you're listening to this and you're not on schedule, you're fucking up in a big way, and that has to change starting tomorrow. Otherwise, you cannot consider yourself serious. Okay, you are saying to life, "I'm okay with things the way they are." That's what you're saying if you're not on a schedule. Now, a schedule I consider as just a daily system or delivery system for routines. And I find it's best to break things down by week, by month, and by quarter. Like I said, I treat my life as if it was a business, and I measure myself on how I did each quarter. That's why you'll hear me with quarterly shopping routines and all this stuff, because I'm living quarter to quarter. And as I get stabilized into a place, I'm living year to year as well. So I'm offloading as much of that stuff on a yearly schedule as possible, because I want it to be as smooth and to have as little things to do as possible. So if I can buy all my supplements for the year, I'm going to do that instead. But here's how it looked as of the time of this writing. So basically what I do is I'm getting up at the same time every morning, right? Then I have my grooming, my dressing, my workout. All this stuff is done the same time every day, approximately. Okay, when I wrote the article, I'm not as hardcore about that as I was, but approximately here's what's going to happen when I wake up. I'm going to wake up at 7 o'clock. I'm going to get up and out of bed. I'm going to open the balcony door. I'm going to get my water, my caffeine pill, and breathe in fresh air and just focus on enjoying the scenery and being grateful to the universe that I'm alive. That's something that I'm programming in from the second I wake up. And then as the caffeine starts to kick in, I'm going to head over to my computer, which I keep on standing up. I put it on top of the little fridge here I have in Thailand, which is where I'm doing this audio. And I'm going to go through my emails, tweets, YouTube comments, and comments on my website. Going to make sure I have all those responded to. Then, as I'm keeping drinking my water, I am going to grab my keys, head off to the gym every single day. And that's going to take about 20 minutes each way, about 40 minutes in the gym, come back. I'm going to come back, going to shower. That's another 15, 20 minutes. And then going to get dressed with the clothes for that day. And all that's going to take about 3.5 hours. Then it's around 9 o'clock and I'm going to get into my work for the day. And that is usually writing an article, doing audios and videos, doing projects on the back end of RLD or something along those lines. And I'm going to work till around noon and I'm going to go get my lunch for that day. Take about an hour for lunch, come back, work till at least 6. I work till about 6 or 8. And then I'm going to go grab dinner, and then I'm usually done. Usually done after dinner unless I'm working on a long project or I'm writing a book. And I'm usually done around 8:30 or 9. And then what I'm going to do is whatever the fuck I want to do. Whether that's have a girl over, whether that's, watch something on YouTube, whether it's read a book. It's usually reading a book. Whether it's jerk off, whatever the fuck I want to do. Okay, that's my special do what I want time. And then I'm going to fall asleep around 10:30 till 12. And I'm going to do that pretty much every single day with the exception of a weekend, like a Friday or Saturday where I might go out for drinks with the boys. But that's still going to be after dinner. So from 9 till 12 or whatever. And that's it. That's every single day. And there was a point in my life where I didn't want stability and I didn't want a schedule. But that stopped around 21, 22 when I realized that I can't get shit done doing something different every day. If you want to be serious about getting things done, you got to be doing the same fucking shit every day. Now, how do you keep that interesting? Well, I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy drinking my water, my caffeine pill. I enjoy a nice hot shower. I enjoy the work that I do. You set up a life of things that you enjoy doing, and if you're struggling to enjoy it, then you either have to learn how to enjoy it or change what you're doing. For example, I cannot learn how to enjoy being a salesman. I've tried for years. It is not possible. So I had to change that. I had to own my own business and do something I love, which is helping you guys. I did not like working out at the start when I first started lifting weights, but I linked working out to pleasure, to getting results in the gym and how my body feels. And now I've linked it also to the endorphins. So I do nice slow push-ups, nice slow squats in addition to my weightlifting. And then I do cardio for 20 minutes. And by the time I'm out of the gym, I got a little bit of nausea because I kicked the endorphins up to a high level. But I know that after that nausea is gone, I'm going to feel ultra relaxed. And on my motorcycle ride home through Thailand, I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling terrific. I know I've got a hot shower waiting. I have that hot shower. I feel terrific. And then I get to do what I love. So the key is you enjoy all the shit that you're doing. When you enjoy all the shit that you're doing, you're not going to want to deviate from that routine. I don't even like fucking traveling, guys. This whole digital nomad thing is not for me. I don't like traveling. That fucks up my whole schedule. I'm eating bad food on the plane. My back's all fucked up in the seats. I like doing this every day because all this stuff I enjoy. Not one of those things do I not enjoy doing. Okay, that's the key. You got to be able to enjoy it. At one point, I had to have a different schedule for weekends, but for the most part, I don't. The only thing that changes now is that my work my work day on the weekends is more doing chores than it is working on RLD. So for Saturday morning and Sunday morning, those are usually spent doing chores, meaning the stuff that I need to do every week. Part of that's stuff for RLD, but part of that is just, I got to cut my hair. I got to take my motorbike over and give my laundry to the lady that does my laundry, that kind of stuff. So I won't work as much on RLD, but I'll make sure the chores are done and do work on RLD on Saturday, Sunday. So that's all set up on my weekly schedule. So basically in my phone I have everything's broken down by day. So I have what I have to do on Monday, what I have to do on Tuesday, and Saturday, Sunday, that's broken down into the different things that I have to do. It's very, very important. And then lastly, we have the monthly schedule, and that's anything that I need to do by the month. Okay? So I'm going to get into that for you right now. My monthly checklist, I got to do my income report. I got to organize my computer. I got to add audios and videos to Google Drive. I got to check for broken links. Got to review my bank statement, make sure no one's trying to pinch money off my credit cards. Got to make sure I'm getting paid by my affiliates, update Wunderlist, fix any crawl errors on my site. Got to pay my condo and energy fees. Got to pay my affiliates, got to handle any issues regarding my visa, pay rent, and pay for my motorbike. That's stuff that is scheduled the first of every month. So I know that the first of every month, that day, not a lot of work is going to be getting done because I got to do all that shit. And then I've got a quarterly checklist. Okay. This is stuff I have to do on a quarterly basis. This is add audios and videos to my portable hard drive so that I have them backed up on Google. My Google Drive, my portable drive. Got to do my 90-day report for the Thai government. Got to make sure my air conditioners are clean so I don't get sick. Got to download the backups for my site. Got to pay my phone bill, which I pay in quarterly installments. Audit the website, make sure everything's functioning properly. Do my quarterly shopping list, which is mostly online. Pay for my gym, which I pay for in quarterly installments. And then I got to do a quarterly inventory, which is making sure seeing if there's anything I can't make more efficient. So the system is always evolving, but at this point it's really minor evolutions. And just to break down for you the weekly, I didn't do the weekly checklist. Take money out, mix my RU and minoxidil, get gas for my motorbike, do laundry, do shopping, organize my vitamins for the week, do banking, go to the gym. That's Saturday, and then on Sunday, I schedule my tweets for the week, update plugins on my website, publish one article plus video and audio and newsletter, do my grooming for the week, call my mom, and get the maid to clean my place. So there you have it. The stuff that I'm doing on a daily basis, the stuff that I do on a weekly basis, the stuff I do on a monthly basis, and the stuff I do on a quarterly basis. And that's it. I don't have to fucking think, because that is everything my life accounted for. And the way I got there was just thinking like, what do I need? What needs to be done? How can I make this more efficient? So I would be looking through the stuff that I was doing, and I would be like, can I do this on a monthly? Can I do this on a quarterly basis? Can I do this on a yearly basis? Right? Makes it so much easier. And the less you have to do something, like, the better it is. Like the yearly basis, right? If the more stuff you can put on a yearly checklist, the easier your life's going to be. If you're in a house that you're going to be in for a long time, you can start doing a lot of this stuff on a yearly checklist, right? It all depends on your situation in life, but you want to optimize it and you want to make it as efficient as possible. And the way you do that is asking, what do I need? How much do I need for the year? How much do I need for the month? How much do I need for the quarter? And it's going to be a lot of work to get it set up at the start, but then it's going to be way less work once you have it going. It is no work. It's like almost no work for me to maintain this. All I have to do is just literally look at my fucking phone, and my phone's going to say, buy this, do this today. And that's it. I completely automated. And in the future, I'm just going to have fucking people. I'm just going to pay people to do this for me. I'm not going to have to do anything. Anyways, next point, obligations. So first of all, okay, I recommend keeping your obligations as minimal as possible. My goal for this year was to minimize my obligations as much as possible. Social, women, whatever. There's nothing, I don't have one standing obligation. Back when I lived in Toronto, I had to play cards with my boys. I had to see my mom. I would have one girl that I would see every week on a certain night. Now I don't have any of that. And I prefer that very much because if I want to do something, if I'm in a great mood, then I'll just message people who I want to see for that particular day. But when you have obligations, a lot of the time, and I don't like to break my obligations, when I'm not in a great mood or I'm just in a neutral mood, I probably am not going to want to see people. I only want to see people when I'm in a great mood. But if I have an obligation, then I have to see people on a neutral mood, and I'm not going to enjoy it that much. I would rather be at home working or resting and recharging my batteries because I really push myself hard. And that means that I need a lot of downtime to recover from all the shit that I'm doing, right? It is not easy to build an online business. It is not easy to build an online self-improvement business. I am working or thinking about RLD 24/7. And when everyone else is out on Friday night, I might be at home doing an audio or video. So it is very, very important for my mental health to keep obligations to a minimum. And I think you should too. With that said, if I do have an obligation, that just goes right into the Wonder List. And the way you do that is you go to your inbox and you schedule the date, you schedule the time, you schedule the reminder, and you schedule what you're going to do. So it's like dentist appointment, Monday, the February 9th, and you set a reminder for 9 a.m. to make sure that you do it. And then when you're going through your to-do list for that particular day, I won't even remember when a dentist appointment is. I'll just know that it's in my to-do list. And I trust myself because I'm consistently good at this. And I'll just be Monday, February 9th. Oh, right, I have that dentist appointment. It tells me what time it is, where it is, and I've got the reminder and everything's good to go. The same with meeting friends. If I got to meet someone, I won't remember unless I put it in my phone. So I put it in my phone, meet the guys at X Bar at 8 p.m. Friday, February 15th, reminder at 5 p.m., right? I got to go meet those guys because otherwise I'll forget. So it's very easy. Just put the stuff in your Wunderlist inbox, set the time, set the date. I don't even use a calendar anymore. Back in the day, I used to use my Google Calendar and I'd check what's on the agenda. But with the Wunderlist, you don't need to look. I don't need to look a week ahead. I don't need to look a month ahead because everything is set up. All I need to do is look at the day and just go through what needs to be done on that day. It might take you a while for you to be able to trust yourself, but when you have everything handled and you've been doing it for a while, I don't need to worry like, did I forget to do something? Because so much of this shit is just automated that there's nothing to be forgotten, right? Worst case scenario, I forgot to plug in a dentist appointment or something like that. That's the worst thing that can happen. So, second last point, are notes. Okay, this is one of the areas where I don't use Wunderlist. I use Evernote, and Evernote is a phenomenal tool. You can use it online. You can use it on your phone. I prefer to use the online because basically I use Evernote for my research, for any type of non-actionable information. Primarily my Evernote's for stuff that I'm researching, and a lot of that research is going to be used on RLD. But anytime I like an article, I use the Evernote web clipper it's a Google Chrome app. It's a Chrome browser app for my PC. I just click save draft and it saves in particular folder that I want. Say I found a good article on hair loss. That's something that one of my projects that I'm working on. So I just save that to my hair loss section, or I found a good article on bodybuilding, or I found a good article on supplements, or whatever. I save all that stuff in my Evernote. And not only is that good for my research because I'm always doing some type of self-improvement research, that'll work for you guys as well. But it's great if you're a writer like me, or you have a personal improvement business, because then every single article that I like, I can just go through my Evernote. So anytime I'm writing an article, and I'll look through my Evernote to see if there's something that I can use, or something that's going to inspire me, or something that I missed, or something along those lines. And it's super, super helpful. And you're no longer going to have to bookmark articles or anything like that. You know how you can have like 300 bookmarks of stuff you got to read? No, you just go into your Evernote, everything's solved. Not only that, but you keep your personal information in there. Like, I'll keep I'll keep certain passwords that I don't care all that much about. I'll keep my measurements for my suit jacket, stuff like that you're going to need a list of. Evernote's a great place to keep that in there as well. So, last point, emails. Okay. For me, the way that I do emails now is I respond to everything on a 24-hour basis. It's just part of my wake up in the morning, check my emails, and respond to them right then. I used to do them when I was a salesman. I just had them ported to my phone. And the best way, if you have to actively email people, the best way to do that is to respond right away. Respond to the email right away. If you're in sales, your clients are going to want to hear from you right away. And yes, it is distracting. Yes, it takes you away from what you're doing. But if your business depends on it, then you have to look at that as a function of your business. Okay? And the best way is to respond to emails as you get them. And you can use Inbox by Gmail, which you can put all your email accounts in one place. I strongly suggest that. Or you got a BlackBerry, you can port all your emails into one email client. You don't want to have to be digging around into all different emails. You want them to go to all one inbox. And do not worry about trying to keep an empty inbox. I gave that a shot. It's impossible. You're going to get spam. You're going to get all this other stuff. Don't worry about that. When the account gets full, just pay the extra $1 a month or just get a new account. And I still have not got a full account yet, despite thousands and thousands of emails. So to recap, if your business is a service-based business, or you have clients that you're dealing with, in business hours, respond to emails as soon as you possibly can. I would suggest getting a desktop. When I was a salesman, we used Outlook, and I would just have a notification on my desktop whenever I got an email, and I would respond back to that as soon as I possibly could. And clients love that shit, by the way. They love getting back to them right away. If you're a service-based business, service is your number one priority. So email right back. If it's not, like I have a customer-based business right now, I do not have to be in constant contact with my customers unless they want a refund or they had a problem downloading the link. And I tell them that they can expect a response within 24 hours, which is the absolute maximum that I will respond to an email. I will never take more than 24 hours to respond to an email. And I just answer my emails once in the morning, and I do not have email notifications on my phone. And that made my day a lot easier. And I suggest you do the same unless you have a service-based business. That is it, guys. I'll probably have this included in my next book, How to Get Your Life Together. But for now, just check out How to Organize Your Life, my article, and that's going to break everything down for you. Super, super simple. Just got to take 3-4 days to set all this up, and your life will never be the same. With that said, I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for reading the article. However you're getting this content, I want to thank you for it, for taking the time to hear my message. And as always, I wish you all the best in your personal development journey.